Hello, I'm Prabhu Chawla. Welcome to Power and Politics, where we unpack the biggest global stories shaping our future. Today, we are diving into a seismic shift in global trade. Donald Trump's 50% tariffs of India. Is this a crushing blow or a golden opportunity for India to rise? Buckle up, because this is about power, economics, and India's chance to reshape its destiny. Let's break it down for you. Donald Trump's tariff terror is a thunderbolt aimed straight at India's economic heart. With a 50% levy on key exports like pharmaceutical, textile, electronics, and automobiles, worth $74 billion to the US, India faces a potential GDP hit of over 0.5%. The rupee, hovering at 87.9 paisa to the dollar, is squeezing the purchasing power of India's 400 million strong middle class, who drive half of the nation's consumption. Trump's America First vision is shaking global trade, and India is feeling the heat. But here is the twist. This storm could be India's chance to shine. How? Here's the big picture for you. Trump's tariffs are a wake-up call for India to unleash bold, game-changing reforms. The paradox? What looks like a 50% pain could unlock 100% gain. Let's talk solution, because India is not just surviving this, it's poised to thrive. First, let's fire up the demand. India's middle class taxed at 30 to 40% on income levels above rupees 15 lakh needs relief. Cutting income tax to 15% for earning under rupees 30 lakh could boost disposable income by 12 to 15%, unlocking $50 billion in consumption. In rural India, where consumption grew just 4.5% last year compared to 6.2% in the cities, direct cash transfers are key. Expanding the Prime Minister Garib Kalyan Anna Yojana to give 100 million rural families 5,000 rupees a month could spark a 10% surge in rural demand, adding 0.5% to GDP, which we lose during tariffs. Now is the time to forget trickle-down economics. India needs a bottom-up revolution. Create more jobs in India for Indians. India's $81 billion defense market, growing at 8% a year, could create 1.2 million jobs by 2030 if we open 100% FDI with mandatory technology transfers. Road transport, the backbone of our $3.3 trillion economy, needs $500 billion for 100,000 kilometers of new highways. Streamlined land acquisition and 20-year exemption could boost FDI by 30%, just like Vietnam did post-tariffs. This isn't just about jobs. It's about building a future. Ensure a tech-powered India. Technology is India's secret weapon. Use it. Trump's H-1B visa could threaten our $250 billion worth IT sector. But we can pivot it inward. Incentivize giants like TCS and Infosys to lead in AI, blockchain, and 6G. A NESCOM report says a $1 billion tech R&D creates 10,000 jobs. A $10 billion push. That means 100,000 jobs by 2028. Mandate 2% of corporate revenue for R&D, up from 0.7% now, and watch India innovate its way to the top. Make in India, sold to the world. To compete globally, India corporate tax rate of 25% for new manufacturers is already competitive. Simplify GST to slabs 5 and 15% and decriminalize minor tax violation to cut costs by 20%. With China's labor cost 30% higher, India Make in India vision has a clear edge. Bold reforms could capture 25% of China's $1 trillion export market by 2030. And though to $240 billion in US Treasury bonds, what to do with them? Redirect them to our $1.3 trillion national infrastructure pipeline for 8% growth returns, says Niti Aayog. India must break free from Western control and ensure a multipolar world. Trump's tariffs, 50% on India with a 100% threat on BRICS for de-dollarization, shows America's fear of multipolar world. India, the world's third largest economy, must lead BRICS redefine global trade. The US dollar controls 88% of trade via SWIFT, but India's $10 billion ruble trade with Russia in 2024, up 20% from 2023, proves local currencies do work. Scaling this across BRICS, $26 trillion GDP could save $20 billion. A BRICS trading currency backed by new development bank could shield us from US sanctions, just like China's CIPS system. A BRICS free trade agreement with 5% tariffs could add $60 billion to India's exports by 2030, says CII. India's $250 trade with BRICS grew 15% to 2024. Hosting a 2026 BRICS Trade Summit could cement India's role as a global power. With 44% of US smartphone imports, India could net $50 billion in exports. New trade deals with the EU, UK and ASEAN worth $200 billion in 2024 will amplify India's dream of becoming a Vishwaguru. As Harsh Goenka, chairman of RBG Group, said, Trump's chaos is India's chance to shine. Trump's tariff tyranny isn't the end, it's India's beginning. By slashing taxes, opening FDI, harnessing technology and leading BRICS, India can turn Trump's tyranny into a triumph. As Anand Mahendra said, this is India's moment to unleash its potential. Let's make India great, boldly, brilliantly, and starting now. Hit that like button, subscribe, and share for more insights on India's rise. Enough for today. We shall meet again next week. Signing off today with one request. What do you think about the show? Drop your thoughts. Good, bad, or ugly, I assure you I wouldn't mind. Thank you very much.